gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Chase in at the 3 slot. Fox, no good. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Jazz. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good. Mr. Fundamentals got the first points up on the board here for the Suns. Now, here's Fox. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Kicks to Barnes. That's Biyombo with the rebound. While a key member of that 73-win Golden State Warrior team was Harrison Barnes.
And almost the forgotten part of the famed death lineup. It was Barnes, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala. Harrison, a big piece of that 2015 championship team as well.
Here's Fox after the made shot from Chase. And there's the pass to Herter. No good on the triple. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Right side Durant. Down low, Chase. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Chase. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Barnes. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Here's Paul. That one goes in.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
The Kings trail by 8. Let's send it across the court to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Mike Brown. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He thinks the big issue for them is to make things difficult inside. He understands that their opponent has a physical presence, but he wants his guys to match that physicality or surpass it. Obviously a tough order to fill, but they have to do it.
All right, thank you, David. And it's the Suns' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento. And the Suns here with a different look. Landale's checked in. Warren comes in for Kevin Durant. Okogie's checked in for Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. You know, Richard, this is hard to believe, but the Kings haven't made the playoffs since 2006, which is the longest streak right now in the NBA.
And I remember them being 1 game away from playing us in the NBA Finals. So this has been surprising for everyone. Look, Sacramento, they have to prioritize winning because it just has not been working out. And their fans are amazing. They love some playoff basketball. Get those guys some playoff basketball.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the missed 3 from Malik Monk. It's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Mitchell outside. Davis, the pass to Monk. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Some big guys struggle at the line. Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Payne passes to Chase. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. It's good from long range. Mr. Fundamentals got 16.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now, here's Mitchell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Sacramento again missing. Here's Chase. Makes it off the glass.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Mitchell. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Monk. He just knocked out the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Right back after this break.
That's right, crowd. Your 916 crew.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Chase. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Sabonis. Shot by Mr. Fundamentals. No good. Floats it up for Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
Right, many scouts felt Murray was the most NBA ready of all the draft prospects last year.
He understands what he does well and plays to that. He can control the pace. It's hard for defenders to speed him up, and he gives you versatility at both ends.
So it's Sacramento. The Suns getting the bucket. 3-on-3. Here's Paul. Booker trying to free himself up. Sinks that one from the post.
Wow, even against contact, defense does all they can to stop Paul inside, and he still slips by them.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. The Kings have made a lot of moves to shake up their roster. De'Aaron Fox says, I think the mood is definitely better. It's like a breath of fresh air. Getting a feel for each other and seeing the chemistry come to fruition is huge. Success isn't always immediate with trades and signings, so we look toward the future. Kevin, back to you.
That's all they can do. Okay, thanks, DA. Here's Barnes. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Now Fox. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean,
Substitute.
So it's the Phoenix Suns.
That's the end of the first half with a score. Your Kings 23. The Suns 52.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game, he's been everywhere.
he's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Durant, and it's Chase in at the 3.
just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard smalls, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
And then Durant with the jam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Herter kicks to Barnes. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
5 on the clock to stop the run. And no good. Great D that time from Chase.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now, here's Biyombo, defended by Sabonis. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They're scoreless since the first half. Here's Sabonis. Sacramento again missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Mr. Fundamentals, that's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Fox passes to Barnes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
The Kings shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The Suns making a switch here. Landale's checked in. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Passes it to Chase. Durant against Murray. And again, shot good from Chase. Mr. Fundamentals got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Kings have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Fox kicks to Barnes. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And it's off from three-point range. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90%.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
At the line for one.
Find the lanes. One shot.
Well, what a summer for Keegan Murray. The 4th overall pick in Preston Summer League. Looks to be just the type of player the Kings needed.
Harris and Sabonis hold down the post positions for him. The backcourt pair will be Fox with Herter. And it's Monk in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Knocked loose. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Sabonis, and here's Herter.
2 minutes.
Pass to Fox. Sacramento again missing. Phoenix has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Took him no time at all on that one. Mr. Fundamentals got 41. The pass to Monk. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in.
Line for
Maybe
your
the
Kings.
term postseason should cover both the play in and the play off. Something to think about.
You can tell Sabonis brings a lot of heart to his game. He's serious about winning, but he also knows how to enjoy himself out there with his team.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Landale's checked in, and Lee's subbed in for Booker.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Phoenix controlling this game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Fundamentals.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Here's Mitchell, and nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's guarded by Davis. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were